Welcome to the Helligans Horror Podcast, a podcast made by horror fans for horror fans. My name is Stony Graves,
I'm Clawhammer.
and we have a special guest today, my mom.
Hi.
All right, we're going to be doing the movie Llamageddon today. It was directed by, I swear if this isn't a fake name, this is hilarious. How we doing?
It is a fake name. The actors did confirm it. I watched some review and they're like, yeah, these are just a bunch of fake names. Which, if you want a good laugh, folks, I recommend going to IMDb page right now and look at all the names that they are in. And I can't talk today, so just apologize. Anyways, the summary is, a killer llama from outer space crash lands on Earth and brings death and destruction with everybody in his path.
Fun fact, this movie had a budget of $3,000.
Yeah. You guys want to talk about the little animation, how fucking sick that shit was?
I loved it.
It was so cool. Honestly, they could have stuck with it the entire movie.
They could have, and I wish they did, 100%.
Yeah, right. It would be better.
I want a prequel to see what life is like on that planet full of llamas.
Bro, Llamageddon 2 exists.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think this is going to be the next Sharknado. My prediction.
100%. Sharknado is a classic too, and I really want to watch that.
All right, so the animation shows basically a bunch of llamas going to different planets on a ship that's essentially just a Volkswagen bus with wings. Our main villain crashes into the International Space Station, bizarre, but what a flex, and falls to Earth. Kind of a weird Superman backstory when you think about it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It was just like Superman.
Lil, if you want to go next, and will we see with the Florida redneck couple?
Florida redneck couple is hilarious, by the way.
Oh, Mima and Pep Pep?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked them a lot.
10 out of 10 names.
I don't know what to say about them. They just seemed like they lived around here, actually.
I know.
Total with the energy.
Me and my girl were watching this, and as soon as I saw the acting of them, I knew this was going to be a fantastic movie.
When the llama went into their house, my question was, how does the llama open the door?
I think
It shoot lasers.
And it showed in later scenes how it uses his hooves, so when it amazingly got in the house somehow.
Then there was that scene where they flew in by the helicopter.
Yeah, who was that? Military?
Yeah, it was literally a 5-second scene. It was just like, where did I have it? I have it somewhere.
He said something. They said bag him and tag him.
Yeah,
and then back to the base. But what? What are they talking about?
They're talking about the ship. It literally was like a small 5-second scene of him getting a helicopter for like 5 seconds, and it was like, my God, bag him, and then they cut the scene just left in a fucking helicopter.
Right, like the people were laying in the field or something. But I don't know how Mima and Pep Pep got out there.
Were they laying in the field? I thought he was talking about the space trailer at first. That's what I thought.
No, he was talking about the
their bodies.
Yeah, he was talking about the bodies. They talk about the spaceship later.
I don't know how they got out. I stopped questioning this movie, bro. After the amount of bullshit we've seen in this whole entire film, I don't think there's not supposed to be questions like that.
I think that's all I had. And all my notes are questions.
Yeah, just like, why?
Like after that, like who cleaned the house? It's not bloody when they get there, so where'd all that blood go?
Just pure firepower. The llama eats all the blood too.
Maybe.
Well, next one, they're in the car, and that weird scene with the dad. Can we talk about that? He looked like a discount Ron Perlman.
He did. He looked like bro, he looked like a discount version of the dude from Don't Breathe.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. And gross.
I was watching like, wow, all right, we're just going straight to that for no fucking reason.
Well, that's pretty much the theme. No fucking reason.
Yep, 100%.
That's what's so beautiful about it.
It's the best movie. I mean, I watched this, and after this, I watched Stranger Things, and I couldn't watch Stranger Things. Like, it felt so weird.
Made too much sense.
Yeah.
It's weird. So they're riding home in the car, and Mel changes out of her funeral dress and has clothes on.
Just underneath it, which makes no sense.
Right.
But this movie...
Continuing with the theme of makes no sense.
the brother acted really weirdly about that whole thing, which I was very confused about.
They do a lot of close-ups in this movie.
Really uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, where they get to the house and they start talking, and all of a sudden he gets close up to like Floyd's face, and he makes that
Yeah.
weird fucking sound like "Mom."
That Eric Cartman said,
It was literally all about him. Like as soon as they get to the house, they start talking, and when they do, they talk about Floyd and how he wet the bed or something, and then it just like close up to Floyd's face saying, "Mom, I don't fucking know what he said."
Yeah.
It was just very odd.
Ma'am, you said you wouldn't tell anyone. And then the disturbing extreme close up of basically just the mom's like lower face.
Yeah, that was it got very weird very quickly.
The llama, for one, the llama is just conveniently on their property. I guess it just lives there now. And I'm not sure if you noticed this, Hammer, but there's a dog in that scene that was on the front porch, and then you never see it again.
Well, actually, you do at the very end scene.
Oh, you were right.
I saw them like when they were being chased.
Yeah, when they were getting chased, there was the dog. That's what I noticed. Like that's actually the first time I ever noticed a dog. I didn't notice it first. I noticed at the very end though. So
By the way, this review contains spoilers. My fault.
I'm sure people are really itching to see spoilers for Llamageddon. I'm sure there's one dude watching this right now getting infuriated because we spoiled Llamageddon.
Hey, man, you never know. We might be influencing people to watch this fire trap.
And I
It
hope
was
they
great.
do.
I loved
is.
it. I loved it.
I think when we reviewed it, it has to be on a whole new scale. It doesn't have to be how good it is. It has to be how so bad that is good scale.
Agreed. What are we doing? Negatives?
No, not negative. We'll just say, well, we can do negatives. Yeah, negative. And the worst negative is the best movie you've seen in your life because how bad it is.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Yes.
So does it go 1 through 10 or -10 to -1? How does this work?
1 through 10. So 10's the worst,
Yeah, but 1 would have the greatest value.
right? But it's closest to 0.
Yeah,
so
you're
don't
right.
even do it because it's too complicated
Yeah.
for you all.
1 out of 10 on the bad
Just
scale.
What I'm just gonna say is we're gonna rate it on a new how bad it is, like how good and bad it is. I can't say the word
Okay.
today, and then we'll just rate it from there. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
my
right,
brain
Lilith.
hurts today.
All right, Lilith, you want to go next?
Well, interesting in the scene where Mel is doing all her invites. I thought it was so funny. She started talking Spanish to somebody. Somebody died,
I
and
don't
she's like,
give
"We'll come to."
I don't give a fuck that your dad died. Pull up.
I loved all that invitation stuff.
I did too. That was great. That was a great scene. I was like, oh, man, I don't know anybody who has that many friends. Or maybe I'm just wrong, but
Like either I am very unpopular or nobody has that many friends.
yeah, I was like, okay, oh, and the whole scene is just so awkward. Just seeing Floyd just walk down and just showing images of the llama walking as well.
Oh, and at the end of that, they're talking about Mel talks about Mark, and Floyd just shouts out, "Who the fuck is Mark?"
Yes, and I was like, thank you, Floyd, someone who's actually making sense in this film. Who is
Hey,
Mark?
Hey, Hammer, why does fucking Floyd just look like Shane Dawson went down an even worse path in life?
He does. And next thing they show the scientists examining the trailer, and they literally call it advanced tech, and they never seen something like that in their lifetime. And I was just amazed, like, bro, it's just a trailer with wings.
It's literally just a Volkswagen bus type thing with some wings that were cheaply welded.
And he found like a little furry egg, and they just took it, and then after that, you saw where they had like the screen. They went to pure black screen and said time lapse. Danny gave you in time that all this happened.
The time skip was beautiful. So the party starts with a game of Never Have I Ever, where one of the characters, to be honest, I lost track of names at this point other than main characters. One of the main characters asks, "Never have I ever slept with a college professor?" And the dude she was next to just immediately puts his finger down and says, "Scholars or babes," or something. And then it awkwardly transitions to a game of strip beer pong, which is apparently a
Oh
thing.
my god. Yes. That was perfect with the when he stripped and he was like giving that girl a high five. You saw her face. I wish I could describe you guys who are listening right now what the face was, but I'm going to just tell you right now, if you're going to watch the movie, just watch it for this scene. Like, even if you don't want to watch it, just watch it for this one scene. I promise it's so good.
Bro, not only that, but like immediately after, where the girl was like, "Pull up your shirt, I want to see what you're looking with," and they all just start laughing.
Yeah, even though you couldn't really tell. All right, that's gonna sound really sus for me because that would insinuate that I was looking, but I wasn't looking. I'm just saying, like, how could you tell if that small? Man was just wearing boxers.
Look, bro, we can't say no homo anymore. It's 2022. We support the gays, pro homo.
For sure. I'm all for it. Jesus Christ! Please don't cancel me. Someone's on Twitter right now, like, this man just said that's.
I'm 100% in support. You can't cancel support.
Exactly. I'm all for it. If that's your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. I agree with you 100%. All for it. I love you all.
There's a nice bong scene.
Oh yeah.
Get to see a lot of good smoking and the girl who has the perfect ability to make smoke rings.
Definitely don't know how to do that. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So she's got some real skill. And Floyd, I think this is the part where he starts talking about that they smell.
Yeah,
they smell like skunk. And that was pretty funny. I really liked that part.
God, I love imitating his voice.
Back in the days, my sister would always come to my room. It's like, it smells so skunky in here. What's that smell? I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's my new deodorant. And she would just accept it and walk away.
It's just oregano, I promise.
I feel like this is a time where I'm supposed to say I don't really know what you're talking about.
You went to FSU.
Because I'm Craig's mom.
It's all good. It's all good.
Because who are you?
Stoney.
Stoney's mom.
It's okay.
You went to FSU. Come on now.
Right. I did go to college.
It's a socially acceptable now, I feel like. So.
Well, and it was in Denver.
It was in Denver? Oh, shit. Even back, like, before 2000, fuck. When was it?
Bro, she went to Denver without me like a week ago.
I know. I'm trying to think of what date when it became. It was like when Colorado made it illegal.
2015, right?
Yeah, around there.
How would you know that?
Why would I not know? It's only been 3 months I haven't smoked weed.
Which I'm proud of you for.
4 days and 17 minutes. Got a countdown timer.
Anyway.
Do you guys notice Dan? You know the big dude. He like how he switched shirts like every scene.
Oh, it was so cool.
If you take a sip of a drink every time Dan changes shirts, you will die.
Yeah, I have a counter, by the way. I have so far till now three times, but it ends up being about 20 by the end of the movie.
Oh yeah, that would be a great game. So for sure, you should put that as something you should do.
I want to put like a counter somewhere, but
Jesus, no! Don't take a shot every time you change your shirts.
You're dead.
Oh my God, mother, please.
Sorry, I went to FSU.
Speaking of Dan, he pretty much goes to Mel, tells about how he's trying to get Floyd laid. During that whole conversation, they start dancing out of nowhere, some weird saxophone thing, just out of nowhere.
Well, he did say that Sam didn't leave the room until both of their instruments were tuned.
And then they danced for so long.
It was like, all right.
It was so weird.
I think that was the moment where my girlfriend just was like, yeah, I'm done watching this. You have fun here.
I'm not going to lie to you. My first time trying to watch this, that was the point in which I decided to take my sleeping meds and just said, fuck it, I'm going to bed.
I had to watch this twice.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I love this movie.
I love it too, but the first time it was great. The second time, that's when I was like, okay, I'm getting kind of sick of this. First time I was dying. I don't know if I was because I was in a better mood when I watched it.
2 things that they do in the movie. The one thing of them doing a really, those close-ups of people's faces is really bizarre. But that other thing of making things last longer than they really need to, like the dance scene and some others that we'll probably discuss in the future.
Yeah.
Those are 2 cool features they have in the movie.
The dance scene being 5 minutes long was hilarious, and it transitions to stoners showing off smoke tricks. Why is this here? Why is this in my notes here?
Mm.
You forgot to mention where he says like it smells like his dad's lady friends.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Okay.
Then Floyd goes to make Sam a drink, realizes he doesn't know how to mix a drink, and then asks Mel to do it. And did you have in your notes what the drink was?
Yes, she
Please
mixed
close the
some
door.
bourbon, some bush beer, some clear liquid, which we don't know what it is, and soda like Pepsi.
Yeah, but she didn't put that much Pepsi in there either. She put like a little bit compared to the amount of alcohol she put in there.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
it's got
that poor girl's liver is going to be done.
gross.
After that, Mel's friend Sarah is on her way to the party and gets cut off by the llama. And that's when you discover that the llama has laser eyes, like an album cover from a 2010 metal band.
Which that whole death scene was metal as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, it was just a mortar, like just a mortar firework.
She burned.
If there are any local bands out there, please make a Llamageddon metalcore video. I will pay you. I will literally pay you.
Or I mean, we could do it ourselves.
We can. Helligan's Horror Productions coming soon. Anyway, your turn, Lilith.
Okay, so we're back inside the party after that, and they're playing beer pong or what have you, and then I don't know the names of the people. There's a guy and a girl fighting over her cheating on him.
Yeah, I didn't catch their names either.
Right. So
Then-
it's, he texts me a few times and then it, whatever. He saw my pants down. And then the next thing you hear, she says, or he says, "What do you mean you only blew him twice?"
I died when I saw him too, and after that, the way he walked out and cried.
You know what they say, blow him one time, shame on you. Blow him twice, shame on me.
Yeah. Twice.
I don't think I heard that.
Love
I'm
you,
like-
Mom.
And I'm like, first of all, okay, I'm not... Compared to that guy and the other guy, why was she cheating on him? I mean, it's going to sound sus as fuck.
I never even thought about it.
I don't know. I thought you think too much in movies, and
You had nothing else to think about.
no.
Bro, why was your brain more like
I
on for
think
this than Splinter?
because I just watched it or something.
Yeah, it's fair.
I'm probably gonna do that more. It's just watch the movies like right before instead of 2 days after. Where I'm like, but
Yeah, normally what I do is I watch the movie once for enjoyment and then twice the second time for notes.
that's what I'm gonna do with our future movie, which we're gonna talk very soon about. But all right,
So there's a guy outside who's peeing, and he sees the llama, and he pees all over himself. And he runs inside, and Dan says, the guy's going, "Oh my God, there's a llama outside, and he's got laser eyes." And Dan says, "Boys smoked himself silly."
I died. That was the best scene. You could tell like those people were laughing because the whole time you see it beforehand, they're just dying trying to hold it together. And he comes in, there's a fucking llama. The boy smoked himself silly. God, that was the best.
It's okay, man. This weed made me think my dog was Lucifer, and I had to make a mistake.
We all been there. We all have been there. Well.
My mom's right here. I can't confirm.
I'm sorry. I'm getting you in trouble.
Wait. Did you say Sam?
I cannot say.
Yeah. See, you can't lie.
By the way, the alpaca bowl run and
yeah.
the deadpan glare is my favorite part of the movie.
It took me
I
a while to
didn't
get there.
it.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. I was like, it just took me a minute. I was like, wait. Oh, okay. It took me like 5 good minutes just staring at him, trying to figure out what the hell he just said.
Oh my gosh.
After that, the guy who got cheated on went outside and thought the llama was a wildebeest and gave it the blunt. And it ended up biting his hand. And he was screaming in the most hilarious way possible. And then
I
after,
love llama smoke.
I loved seeing the llama smoke the blunt.
yeah, it was so great. The llama was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take your blunt and I'm gonna bite your finger too." And then after that, the girlfriend comes and checks on the dude, and the llama pretty much punches the dude in the chest, and then the heart itself lands on the girl. Which I wrote in my notes, how poetic.
I'm just saying the llama could beat Goku.
He could. Bro. The llama versus Superman, who would win?
Well, does the llama have access to kryptonite? I feel like it would.
I mean, he does come from space, so
Mm-hmm.
I would say so. That would be a great fight. Come on, DC, you can do it. I need
I
that.
think the llama.
You think the llama would wipe Superman?
Well, I mean, laser eyes can go a long way.
Superman has them too.
I think
Well,
the only thing llama doesn't have is flight, but can be easily get better by making that trailer into like a fucking spaceship or something where it just shoots people down. Like
Well,
a little
remember,
boat.
it is a spaceship, apparently.
and
It
has
is a spaceship.
green line too.
Oh my god, if it llamified Superman?
That'd be amazing.
Yes, come on, DC, you can do it. I believe
That-
in you.
That's
how
Llamageddon 3.
This is how DC revised Superman. Just make him be Llamageddon. And then after that, the llama just straight jumps the girl and starts beating her to death with the hooves. And at that point, I was like, all right. There's a lot of what the fuck moments. I was just watching like, what the fuck am I watching? And again, my girlfriend comes back. She's straight judging me, watching me. She just shakes her head and walks away again.
Bro, in my original notes before I edited this, at that point I wrote, what the fuck did Clawhammer get me into?
I love B movies, bro. I watch them all day. Like, I would definitely want to do another B movie sometime.
Bro, let's add it into rotation like once a month, like trending, classic, B movie, and then whatever we want to do.
For real, yes. And the next one is going to be a great trending one. I'm super excited for it. But
Hell yeah. So after this, they cut back to the party. Floyd is slowly getting more and more fucked up, playing a drinking game that I've never seen, heard, or know the directions of.
it does look fun as fuck, though. Like, I do want to try that.
It does look so
I
fun.
want to play it.
He gets stuck chugging a beer, and he fails miserably and hilariously.
Well, maybe you should explain the game in case somebody listening
Well,
knows how to play.
I
They could
just
message
know 9 is waterfall, apparently, and he just has to chug a
you.
beer.
So they have the cards and they put them underneath the top of a beer can.
I think Jessica knows how to play this, by the way.
And or you add a card there because remember when they got
Mhm.
too many cards, then Floyd had to chug that too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I would love to play it someday. That
Yeah,
seems
we
like
need
a
to know.
fun ass time.
Well, I'll
Send the
pull.
rules.
I'll pull up and pick you up, bro. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Then Floyd reveals that there's a hot tub, and Dan gets excited and quote unquote rallies the troops.
First of all, Dan is the absolute man. I have to say it. Dan is like the best like bud in the world, man. He's putting all this effort to get Floyd laid too. And it's just I was like, Dan, I need as a friend too.
Everybody needs a Dan.
Bro,
Yes.
you are the Dan of the friend group. Don't cap.
So are you, bro? What the hell?
Hell yeah,
We
brother.
just need to call that Dan too, and we'll just have a whole circle dance.
That just sounds like a Seth, bro.
The Dans.
Bro, that just sounds like a Seth MacFarlane movie.
Yes.
Okay, so after that, Mel's boyfriend Trent shows up, drinking and driving.
Wait, why was the llama dragging a corpse? Because remember there was that cutscene of the llama dragging the corpse before
Oh.
he shows up?
Yeah, I guess he wants to
Was he
stay.
hungry?
Oh, maybe. I was thinking he was trying to hide it so that nobody knew.
He's on the keto diet. Humans are protein. Everyone knows that.
Fatty protein. So Trent shows up. He comes into the house, and Mel introduces Trent and Dan, and they have this handshake that
So awkward.
is a close-up, and they're squeezing real hard, and then there's close-ups of just their mouths talking about their grips.
Got quite a grip on you.
I felt a lot of sexual tension on that scene.
It was creepy.
Yeah. I
Too
felt
much
like
tongue going on.
Yeah.
Thing.
So
Mel said something about whip out your dicks. I don't know.
Measuring your dicks later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah. So that was an interesting scene.
Then they go to a hot tub and with some staying behind to get laid, which including Mel, Trent, and Floyd, and that girl that Floyd was trying to get with. What's her name?
Sam.
Sam? Yeah. And I really This whole sex scene with Floyd just felt like a really bad porno scene.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch that.
Yeah, just like, and then Mel and Trent over there acting like a bunch of dogs just looking at each other. I was like, what the hell am I watching?
Yeah. There's too much tongue in the whole place.
Yeah.
Bro, literally in my notes, I have the sex scene is grody as fuck.
And Floyd shouts out, "I'm a man now."
Oh, I died. That was my favorite. His whole personality changes after having sex. And I'm like,
Fantastic.
true though.
Relatable content.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, this is so rude.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Ew.
I just started this one because I'm like, this is so fucking true. Your whole
Anyway.
personality changes.
Ooh, deep breath.
Okay.
All right. Then the camera cuts to a man smoking weed through a horse mask, which is actually impossible because having almost bought a horse mask, thank God I didn't because it was $50 at Spencer's.
I would have hurt you for that.
Jesus Christ.
It's not child abuse anymore. Anyway, because having almost bought one, the eye holes and the breathing holes are both in the horse's nostrils. It's impossible to see out of them and very hard to breathe in a giant latex mask.
If they were going to do that, why didn't they just use like a gas mask and stuff? I had a friend he's really stupid though, I'm going to be real. He literally had a gas mask just to smoke weed. And I was like, why?
It's $60 at a smoke shop, Tyler. You know you want it.
I mean,
Edit.
I'm not going to lie. Okay.
So
You can go.
I think it's pretty funny,
Stoney,
that you are stuck on the horse head not being believable that they could smoke out of it. That's the part of the movie that's unbelievable to you.
Yes. Having experience wearing a horse mask. Yes.
Oh, can I ask, why were you wearing a horse mask?
I wanted to try it. It was at Spencer's. I wanted to try it on because this was 2010 in high school when they were trending in really stupid trends.
Did I tell you about the time my dad took me in the back of Spencer's?
Oh God! The shit show.
He was like, "Come on, son, I gotta pick up a few things." He literally goes in the back of Spencer's with me, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Anyway, hi, Mom.
Ew.
My dad's not with me right now, but he ain't in my life anymore.
Aren't there a bunch of dildos back there?
Yeah. There's a bunch of dildo. That was like my first. I was wondering why they even let me in the store when I'm older. I'm like, why did they let me in the store?
Because you have to be 18 to go into the back.
They didn't
the middle
care.
section's the furthest you can go.
I think I was like 13. They didn't
What a
care.
flex.
You know what? Before you all, it didn't have that stuff. It was just a weird shop of beer and
I believe it.
poop and stuff.
I believe it.
Yep.
Anyway, let's talk about horror movies.
Yep.
Okay.
Your turn, Lil.
Okay, so they are having the hot tub party, and that's where the horse head scene that Stoney couldn't believe happened. And
I see you. Anyway,
the llama, should I say it, or is that a spoiler?
it's not a spoiler.
Okay.
We're
So the
here.
llama seems to lift up a plugged-in radio and toss it to somebody in the hot tub who is very excited to catch it, but then the llama knocks him under the water.
Legend.
And they all get electrocuted for a very, very long time.
Yeah, at that point, they would just be fried fish.
It just keeps going. And then these two girls show up who are late to getting in the hot tub.
Let me test the water.
While they're being electrocuted, they don't seem to notice. And they dip their feet in and also join in and get electrocuted.
They're like, oh, they're just having fun. They're just sleeping. Or whatever. I'm like, no, they're dead. To go into that scene where Dan then goes to the hot tub and just yells like constantly, everyone in the hot tub is dead.
Hey, by the way, edit idea for when we're doing the snippet TikToks.
Yeah.
The electrocution scene, bro. Put some dubstep behind that.
Yes, I'll do that for sure. Dan goes to Mel after seeing the people in the hot tub, and he just screams, everyone's dead in the hot tub. But Mel and Trent are too busy arguing because there was a picture of a girl's tit on his phone, and there was an interesting conversation during that whole time. She asked like, "What if it's yours?"
And then she had a dick pic sometime in the future. I mean, in the past. Like, what about, it was a long time ago.
God, oh my God, I love that.
Hey, just so everybody knows, nobody ever wants a dick pic.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I mean,
if you
I'm
get
not a
one,
woman, but I
send
know.
back.
Just letting you know.
Please don't send
Tip of
dick
the day.
pics. Unless it's consensual, then send a dick pic. But non-consensual, don't send a dick pic. Anyways.
Anyway.
It's gonna be a phrase of the whole thing. Someone says something really bad. But their reaction of seeing the people dead is golden, obviously, and then they go outside to get phone service, which they can't now for whatever reason. Stoney?
Well, if there's not phone service in the house, there's not going to be phone service outside, for the record.
But there was phone service. She was texting her just a minute ago.
Exactly.
Right. Well, maybe the electrocution of all the children in the hot tub threw out the Wi-Fi.
That'd be the whole house, though. You see the lights and stuff come off.
Right.
Well.
Can we just address how much of an asshole Floyd became once he got laid?
Again.
It's a thing.
It happens.
It'd be like that sometimes, Chief. All right. I got to point out how good the blood and vomit effects are in this, especially the using the hose on the side of the guy that plays Trent's head, so that it looks like he's just vomiting profusely.
Like a fire hose.
Right.
For a long time.
Then after the most beautiful puke scene I've ever seen, the llama spits questionable green stuff on him, and the llamification process slowly starts to begin. He grows a hump and hooves. Why did I say hooves? Anyway, and at that point, Floyd decides to call the feds, and the feds don't believe him whatsoever.
What? Why would they? Just some teenagers called like, "There's a fucking llama killing everybody."
I like the word llamification.
I tried with that one. I really tried with that one.
That was quite a scene. I think that's the first time I saw this movie. That's when I was laughing the hardest.
Oh yeah, this movie was great. I was so happy I chose to watch this.
Yes,
I'm not gonna lie.
I am so happy that you chose this absolute dumpster fucking fire, dude.
No, I don't consent to smoking, but if you want to smoke and you need a movie to watch, just saying. You go to Tubi, it's free. I promise you. You'll laugh.
It's also on Amazon Prime if you don't like ads. Prime Video.
Did you hear about what happened with Amazon with them? They tried to make this movie like $1 million.
Bro, they paid $1 million for this movie.
Yeah, but they literally went on Amazon to rent it. They put it for $1 million to rent it.
Jesus Christ.
No fucking joke. They did it as like publicity stuff to get the movie attention.
That's hilarious.
Don't ask me how I know that. I did a lot of research on this movie after I watched it.
All right, Lilith, it's your turn.
Oh, well, the notes I have next are going to talk about Dad. The Mel called Dad, and they got cut off, but he was still with this girl or another girl, or I don't know. Dad's always getting some.
It was the same girl from the beginning.
Okay, good. You're paying attention to details.
God.
Bro, why are you the most attentive for this dumpster?
Because, again, I'm very attentive to anything I watch. I'm going to be honest with you.
That's completely fair.
So I was noticing the dad, he sits up and the girl says to him, "You have kids?" And he says, "Yep." And then
you have kids?
He says, You're about to have a few. And then she pays money. What does that even mean?
Legend.
It means he probably got her pregnant, and now he's gonna have to pay child support.
But she gave him money.
Yeah, she gave him money.
Oh, she gave him money. Okay, I missed.
Yeah, dude.
I don't understand.
I don't know what that means. Maybe get her Plan B or something. I don't
know.
That could be it.
Thinking man.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Look at the big brain on Tyler.
I'm not going personal. Let's see where we're.
Oh, there's a little animation in there when Trent is transforming. Oh, or maybe he's getting impregnated.
Yeah, that's why I watched the reviews on it, and I was wondering what that was, and they all say it was like some impregnation or something.
Uh-huh. He was
So
getting some
Careless
llama.
Whisper plays in the background.
He's getting some llama things.
it's so disturbing. Furries are watching this like, yeah, this is what I watched this movie
Bad
for.
Bro,
That's
you did-
exactly the target market.
Wait, you know what
Genius.
furries are? What?
Of course I do.
Okay,
I'm sure it was on like Criminal Minds or something like that.
moving on.
Yes.
Furry's been out for a long time, but they've been out since early 1700s. Actually, furries has a long history.
Bro, how come I've never seen a horror movie where the killer's a furry? I would pay so much to see that. That would be hilarious.
Well, there's
Wait,
the
why do
Easter
you know
Bunny.
about that? You just let that go that he's done research on it. The
Sus.
history of furries.
Yeah, this is the 1700s, my man.
I have no life. I'm gonna be honest. I just sit and watch my son all day. So that's
Telling
my
him
life.
these important facts.
Yep.
Legend.
All right, where do we stopped at the llama thing?
Llamification continues.
All right, llama
Okay.
cage continues. Then they cut to some drunk girl just waking up, and she goes out there try to look for her friends, and instead she finds a llama, which kills her. He shoots her with a laser, and the whole door's like covered in blood and stuff. Which I thought, again, practical effects of this movie were really good. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be this bloody. I was expecting it just like a simple like laser attacks, not all these creative ones they come up with.
Man, tomato juice is not creative.
Very liquidy blood, but lots of it.
Right?
Yeah. I can appreciate good practical effects though, like especially with the budget and the way the movie is. I think the practical effects were like my favorite part of it. Just
Oh, definitely.
and it seemed like they were all having fun making the whole entire film. Like I can't even hate on it because it feels like every single one of those actors were just having a blast making it.
Absolutely. It feels like it's a class assignment.
Yeah, it was actually. It was a student project.
It was made with a grant made by the school.
And it was made in Florida, actually, by the way.
Fascinating.
There's a
Give
whole
some-
new story.
Shocking.
Again, I know everything about this movie. There was a whole news story about the llama in Florida and how it was made by students. They literally went on the news about it. Which I got
Can
to
we
you
just
guys
discuss the fact that the llama actually has a name and is the main starring character?
Yes, it was the best
Okay, what
llama.
was his name?
Louis the llama.
Louis the llama. It starred as the llama.
He deserves all the praise in the world.
Right? I don't
But-
understand how llamas get money, but he deserves to be cashed the fuck out.
The best llama actor I've ever seen.
All right. Anyway, so then the movie transitions to Trent somehow running with them despite being llamified, and I found his running hilarious. Then after that, Floyd's love interest Sam gets basically blown up to hell with the
Rip
laser eyes.
R.I.P. Sam.
Rest in peace to the
She
goat.
did turn that man. She turned Floyd into a man, so I gotta appreciate her for that.
Right.
You hit that Mulan, I'll make a man out of you type beat. Then the llamification continues, and Trent grows ears. And wait, why is this out of order? Because
No,
he
it's
got
per-
tentacle
no.
fucked by the llama after Sam got blown
Well,
up, right?
Dan wanted to leave Trent behind because he was slowly turning into a llama,
Mhm.
and they leave him, and then that's when he turns completely into the llama,
Okay,
and he screams. He literally screams, "I'm a fucking llama man."
I loved it.
Fantastic.
I know I say this a lot. That was also my favorite quote in the film. There's a lot of good quotes in this film.
I agree. Speaking of which, after that, they're running in the field and they find, I guess, the spaceship. And Dan goes in and gets the space stick out of there and decides that that's going to help them fight the evil llama, which the llama, he's going to use it as like a baseball bat, and he hits the lasers with them. But the best part for me was when Dan gives this great speech. It starts, he says, "Let them not die in vain," and he goes on and on about it. It's a beautiful speech. And then he,
Truly an amazing monologue.
it was really great until he died.
Which I cried. I'm not gonna lie. I
Dan.
literally wrote my note, "Rip Dan the man. We will miss you in your shirt changing."
Gotta pour one out for the dead homies.
Yeah.
All
Pour
the
my
things.
thing of Hennessy out for my man Dan.
Can we just talk about how the dad is blatantly listening to Alex Jones on the drive there?
Is he? I didn't catch that.
Me neither.
Well, it wasn't Alex Jones, but it was just some conspiracy theorist
Oh, that's true.
Oh, about the moon landing?
about like money or the government or something. And he's like, yeah, we can't even get a car to have 30 to the gallon yet, and you guys want something on the moon? Must be Bigfoot or something.
Well, yeah, that's when he does mention the Bigfoot thing. I don't know if you want to talk about when he gets the shotgun and he sees like the lasers like shooting out from the barn, and he says, "Damn kid and their damn laser beam Bigfoot."
Yeah, bro, it was like Deuce with Batman.
Oh God. Bro, all right. Can we address the fans about that interview? Do you want to?
We sincerely apologize for everything.
Yeah, that turned out horribly. We were working hours on the questions, and all this man, there's so much I had to cut out too. This thing was supposed to be like 30 minutes. I had to cut that much out, and he was obviously talkative. So we apologize.
It didn't seem. I listened to it, and it didn't seem that bad after you did all the editing.
Yeah. Do you want me to send you the unedited craze so you can show her, or did you already show her?
I have
it. Yeah,
I have it.
You can show her the unedited. It's so bad.
Dear God.
I think it was supposed to be 30 minutes, and it ended up being 10.
And poor Stoney here was very distraught.
Yeah. I felt his pain. I really did. I was like, oh my God.
So yeah, we deeply and sincerely apologize. And the next interview, oh wait, that was supposed to be a surprise. Is coming soon.
Yep, very, very soon.
So our heroes wind up trapped in a barn, and Grandpa inexplicably built an escape tunnel to dodge the draft. So they wind up just going through the tunnel and wind up hiding in a haystack. The llama misses with the laser beam, resulting in their dad yelling, "Damn kids and their laser beams." And this part pissed me off because it was a continuity issue despite this entire movie existing. The dad didn't get llamified despite touching the llama goo and then licking it to see what it was.
Yes, I was like, I wrote that notes like, why didn't he get that? Was it because the llama had to spit it out to get the person infected, or I did not know.
I don't think you should ever dip your fingers in an unknown substance and lick it.
That is true. That's a good
idea.
That's a good message for you guys. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Find some sticky substance. Don't put that in your mouth.
Parenting tip.
There's a 0.1% chance it's going to be something enjoyable. Don't do it.
If you find green goo in the barn, do not lick it.
Everything about that seems like really good advice.
Right. Around that time in the movie, Trent gets to lay a bunch of eggs, llama eggs.
Yeah, that was traumatizing.
Like, I don't know, 10 maybe? It lasted a really, really long time of him in childbirth, screaming. He's got these llama legs out to the side and these big furry eggs, like bigger than an ostrich egg, come out of him.
Yeah, did they just put fur on a basketball?
I mean, really big eggs. And yeah, that was a painful scene.
Yeah, I got very disturbed by that whole thing. Trent says, "Kill me," and without hesitation, the dad does it after waiting that long, though.
Headshot plus 300 kill streak.
And then he continues to shoot all the eggs.
And the baby llama.
The poor baby llama.
Bro, why did the gunfire sound like just someone clapping?
I didn't catch that. I think at this point I kind of checked out. I'm not gonna lie. At this last scene felt kind of like a drag for me personally, but
I don't know anything about guns, but it seemed to me that the shotgun had more shots than it should. He shot for a long time.
Yeah, typical shotgun magazine holds 6 to 8 shells. So yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say then that was a part that I could not believe in this story.
The one part.
That was it.
That was the one part you didn't believe?
Yep. Too many bullets. Not real.
That's
It's
again.
just like the revolver in Splinter.
And what?
Right.
It's just like the revolver in Splinter.
Never-ending bullets.
Yep.
After that, the dad meets the llama, which was a really weird, awkward scene. There's a shootout, and the dad gets disarmed. His shotgun gets blown up, so the dad decides he's going to throw hands with the llama.
It was the best action scene known to man. Die Hard has nothing on that. The whole movie Die Hard has nothing on this one scene.
Bro.
He shouted out, "Come on, baby. Come and get some."
Bro, on God, that llama could take John Wick.
Yes. Again, another dream crossover. John Wick and Superman team up to fight the llama.
Mm.
Bro, hold up. The llama kills John Wick's dog.
Yes.
That's the only way.
That is the only way.
Well, then if they're teaming up, you got to put Sharknado in with llama.
Yes, there we go. Wait.
Yeah, don't forget Sharktopus.
I haven't seen that movie. Is it good?
Oh God, it's the best B movie I've ever seen. We have to review it.
I'm down. I'm already down.
There was a disturbing scene afterwards where Mel and Floyd are outside, and Mel declares that she's now proud of him, calling him, Floyd, her little man brother.
You're a man, a little man, but still a man, but a man, not a boy anymore. I was just like, what the fuck's going on?
She goes on, and he says, "Yeah, but you're still a fucking bunk-headed twizzle." What? I don't even understand.
It's a whole the whole fucking transformation of Floyd was the best thing ever. And his sister's like, "You're a man."
Floyd is a 10 out of 10 character. I don't care what anyone says.
I legitimately was confused at first if he was like autistic or he was just supposed to portray someone young or something. I was legitimately confused what he was.
Well, he's a man.
Yeah.
His transition was beautiful. Just
the sex cured his autism.
That man went from a homunculoid.
The sex cured his autism. Sorry, I'm autistic, so I'm allowed to make fun of it. I'm really autistic as fuck. I'm allowed to make fun of it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm on the spectrum.
Yeah, I'm a section Jew. It's okay. Sex does cure autism. I'm done. Okay. All right.
Oh God.
I need to stop. Every time I talk about Floyd becoming a man, I just die.
All right, Hammer, it's your turn.
Okay. After that, they hear the llama coming and they run, and then the llama finds them by the combiner machine. That sounded weird. Combiner machine. And as he's about to kill them, their dad turns on the machines and runs it over.
Oh.
And then sad scene where you find out that dad lived from being bitten in the neck by the llama.
Which made
that was the sad part.
Yeah.
Sad part was
the sad part was the dad lived.
No. Well, I have to give context of what happened. After he got bit, he obviously came and saved them. But then he fell down and literally just said, "Hi, kids." And he says Mel was always his favorite, and the man died roasting their mother.
Yeah.
It's okay, Dad. Mom was always my favorite.
Oh, God. Oh, God. And then you can hear the screams of other llamas at the end of the movie as it pans out to the end.
And then the end credit has the best song of all time.
What was the song?
Llamageddon.
Bro, they literally made a Llamageddon rap.
Like a spoof of Eminem's.
Like it has the like synth note progression of the real Slim Shady, and it just had me dying laughing.
I just stopped at that. I need to watch that video, and then I need to watch the end credits again. I'm probably gonna do it.
It's so good. All right, how do you guys rate this movie on the bad scale? Because this was not a good movie.
Anybody want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I rate it a solid 10 out of 10. I give it a if we're talking on actual like good perspective, I give it probably an 8 for the plot, 5 for the graphics, and nah, fuck it, this movie gets a 10 on the bad scale.
For me, it's I gave it a 7 out of 10. Now, if you're intoxicated in some way or form, it's a 10.
The first time I watched this movie, I laughed so many times out loud, and that's rare for me. So it's I don't know, 10 is bad or good. I loved it. I can't figure out your score.
10 is so good that is so bad that is good.
Like literally, she laughed more than when we watched stand-up comedy together.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it was hilarious. Very
was-
funny.
It
I
was
loved
a
it.
fantastic movie. You
All
guys,
right, we wrapping up.
yep, wrapping up.
Alrighty. Thank you for listening to our podcast. If you like what you hear, punch that like button in the face like you're trying to defend yourself from a llama. Share our video, subscribe, and tell your friends about us because word of mouth is the best way to spread a podcast. Have a good day, everybody.
And again, I apologize for delay posting. And fuck internet companies. Just saying. Yeah. Love you all and have a good day.
We love you all.
Bye.
And if you support us, you're a Helican too. Heligans are everywhere. Spread the word.
Peace out.
Peace out.